All right. Well, you were certainly up to snuff as far as this being the top driving colony in the world, and it doesn't get any easier this year. Let's take a look at fresh off your triple last night, a sweep of the daily double. We'll look at some of your drives here tonight. We'll start in the first race. You've got a lot of 10 holes tonight. Let's start with Royal Man here, who's stuck outside, getting a bit of class relief as your choice in here over the 9 Cheyenne Hollywood.
Yeah, he's a classy old horse. No, I always liked him. No, obviously tonight's a little tough, especially with All American Idol in here. But I mean, he's a good horse, and the mile track always suited him really well. He's not. I mean, you look at his line; it's all half-mile races, but he's raced here before many times, and he's done well too. So you never know. Like a few of those horses that I had, they were similar to that last night, got the job done. So. No, keep your eye open.
Okay, and we were speaking about this just before we came on, about the racing style last night. It seemed very few were holding on. It was that one big late move or just a simple rally, but you said that, you pointed out, you can't be too far off the pace, at least not last night anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Last night it worked out for me anyway. Like the 3 races that I won, 2 of them I think I was in the 3-hole, and I squeezed out around the last turn, and 1 I actually got away for it and come first up a little bit past the half. But no, I don't think you could have won from last night. No, like most of the races, you had to be not on the front, but kind of up close.
All right, race number 3. Let's skip the second. Of course, you're not in the second as far as the program's concerned. The 8 Enlightened Cam, who scored fresh off the Burke Barn acquisition. There is one of your key clients, Ronnie Burke.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's definitely a guy that he's put me on a lot of horses, and we have had good lucks together. This guy, he definitely fits with those horses. The only thing is that he's a small little horse, so I don't know how he's going to adapt to the mile track. But he raced really good for me. The one time I raced him at Yonkers, he won in 54, but that was a good mile that night, and he was actually wrapped up too. So I think he's one of my good chance for the night.
All right, race 4, the 5 Super 88, an 8-year-old classy war horse here who apparently had some pace and traffic in that qualifier. What did you see?
Personally, I think that's my best shot of the night, even though he's 8-1. But I mean, he's off like a little bit over a month now since his last race, so I don't know that's going to go. And no, that was a slow qualifier, 58 only, but he was loaded, and I was behind a wall of horses, so no, the qualifier's a little deceiving, but he's got a shot.
Okay, Mark Ford, another one of your powerhouse stables that you can get some live drives from. Race 5, the 5 Poker Hat, a 10-time winner last year, who owns a wicked late kick, but tonight gets a test for class.
Yeah, I think Jordan said to me last night that he was good to go, that he's been really sharp. So no, looking forward to driving him tonight. But it's definitely a little step up for him. So he's been sharp, but he's gonna have to give us maybe a little more again.
All right, moving on to race 6, the 3 Tidewater Tomahawk adds Lasix off a very solid qualifier behind the 4 Handsome Harry.
Yeah, that was a good qualifier too that day. They were both Handsome Harry and him. They were both pacing strong, finishing. So he's got a good shot. He's a nice horse, definitely.
All right, race 7 is the 6 Monster Dragon for the Burke Barn again here. Another Burke trainee stepping up in very sharp form, and this one owns speed.
Yeah, he owns speeds, but actually I think that this track will suit him because I think he's the type of horse on a half-mile track he could do it on the front, but here on this track he'll like to follow the horse the whole way, and he's got a good move in him, and he's definitely not a bad horse, and I think that he'll like this track.
All right, Mark Ford again with the 10 Blue Claw in race 8, who qualified chasing a couple of invite horses, and this horse Blue Claw owns some back class.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's probably the class of this field as far as I think, but it's first start in a couple months, 10 holes. So it's going to depend on what kind of trip he gets. I know he's probably not ready to rough it up or nothing like that, so he's going to have a few things his way.
All right, back outside with post 10 in race 9, Rock and Roll, and now training Heidi Roar had a win and a close second here last night, so it looks like her barn's pointing in the right direction. This guy might not be ready yet, but what do you think?
But it's another one, like same deal, off 2-3 months. But I won in 49 with him at the end of the meet here last year. So he's another one. He's a little guy, but for some reason he's not really good on half, and he needs the big track. He's good gated and all, but that's just the way he likes it. The qualifier looks good. I didn't get to go with him in the qualifiers, but we'll see how he goes.
Well, he chased a pretty good horse there in Soul Chaser, and as you pointed out, 49-1 at the Meadowlands. He certainly likes this track. Let's skip over to race 11, the 5 Cessna Flight. A steady horse at Chester for the Burke Barn.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a step back up in class for him. So he's facing a couple of good horses in here. I think the half-mile track was not quite his thing. He's small horse too, but better on the big track. So you know, I think he'll be okay in here. But Western Shore put up some kind of qualifier the other day, so he's going to be the one to catch.
Yeah, Cessna Flight was your choice over the 9 Test Flight. Was that because of Burke, or
no, both. Yeah, both. You know, like you know, when it's close like that. No, Test Flight did qualify really good too, but no, Burke obviously put me on a lot of horses, so I got to give him some kind of respect.
All right, race 12, the 6 major suit as we wind it down here. This one's been plagued by bad posts at Yonkers. He's a closer. Does that mean he's going to do well here at the Meadowlands? Does that necessarily mean that?
No, not necessarily. You know, like, but if you look at his posts at Yonkers, that's what I was looking at this afternoon. I was looking at the program: 7-6, 8-6, 8-8. No, like no matter how good you close or whatever, that's tough. That's tough post for Yonkers. You know, you draw the outside, you're almost out of the race. You're looking for a 4th, a 3rd if you're lucky. So, you know, I mean, I think this horse could be a sleeper in here because obviously 6-hole tonight again, but it doesn't mean as much as at Yonkers anyway.
All right, race 13, the 1 Wally, who took his mark here last year, draws the pole in what appears to be a suspect field. What do you do with this guy?
You know, like he's the kind of horse I think he likes to get away close and then sit in. If it works out like last night, he might be a kind of trip like I was saying earlier about getting away 3rd or 2nd or 3rd or 4th on the rail and then take your shot from there. He raced good for me here last summer. You know, he had a bunch of good miles, so it's definitely a good shot tonight. He was a little bit short in the qualifier, I thought, but hopefully he's ready tonight.
Might need one.
Yeah, might. You know, I don't think he's ready to rough it up. Let's put it that way. But if it works out for him, I think he's got some class to him.
You're always thinking of tomorrow with these horses. I mean, you have to treat them that way, right?
Yeah,
when they cycle forward and they get to that top of that cycle, right?
But that's the thing, you know, like a lot of these horses have been off like 2-3 months, so like you can't really go out tonight and like go crazy because then you heard they're feeling a little bit, they can bounce off of it. So like you got to try to do the right thing also, and so like you try to give them a little bit of a trip, and especially with the wind tonight too. I don't think the front's going to be maybe not the best place to be, so like try to get away 2nd, 3rd, 4th on the rail and take you a shot from there.
All right, one more, race 14, the 8 Air McNair. Dubé choiced off this one, a Yonkers regular. He was just 2 for 35 last year. It says shuffled with pace in his most recent start there at Yonkers.
Yeah, and actually he raced here last year. Casey Coleman brought him down from Canada, and I drove him a couple times. He's actually a nice horse, and he was a 40, I believe, back then. So 25 is a class drop. So we'll see what happens with this one.
All right, thanks a lot, Yannick Gingras, the Green Hornet. Great job. You're off to a quick start in 2010. Best of luck. Happy and healthy New Year to you.
Thank you very much.
Yannick Gingras, the Green Hornet here in the sulky at the Meadowlands. Bob Hayden up next.